welcome to Midweek Football with Young Leg and BurrOaks, brought to you by TwoFootTalk. We've got Champions League action, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Neymar dancing, Vinny dancing, and why the fuck is there a Newcastle highlight? Either way, we're getting into it. Let's get the winners, and let's get some midweek football. What's going on? You are tuned into Midweek Football Champions League Edition, brought to you by TwoFootTalk. I am your host. They call me Young Leg. With me, as always, Mr. BurrOaks. Oaks, what it do?
Hey, there ain't no better sound on earth than that Champions League intro on a Tuesday and a Wednesday afternoon. I also am really digging that instead of getting pimped on the time change this time, when it happens on the fall back, we get the Champions League pushed out an hour later. It just gives us more time to look at lineups. It just gives people not on the East Coast too, like, sorry that you don't live on the East Coast, but like people, my buddies back in the Midwest and Central Time, like actually get a chance to get off work and watch these games now.
I don't know if you guys can sense this Italian theme we have going here. I'm rocking the Juventus Gucci kit. We got Oaks in the Kappa Napoli throwback jacket. I want to welcome our next guest. It is Mr. Nick. I don't know how to say Nick's last name, guys.
Dianni.
I was going to say Dianni, so I'm glad. Okay, good. There we are. Guys, it's Nick. What it do? Nick, big steps here. You're in the description now. They can just scroll down and click Twitter, and boom, you're right there, guys. Made it nice and easy. You're welcome.
Third time's the charm. Appreciate you guys having me back. I think we did pretty fucking well last week, so let's try to do it again.
The goal score parlay hit because shout out Kevin De Bruyne for not touching the pitch, and that shit voted. So we out here. Oh no! Hey, we're past that. We're not going there. That's uncalled for, guys. For the guests too.
It's a big day for us here.
Unbelievable.
Stadi is gone. We're going to overshadow the Champions League just with that news alone.
Agreed. Yeah. Sorry, leaving. I can't wait to see, like, if they were really smart, they would just they would announce it by just like putting a cigarette butt out, like in an ashtray, like shh, like that was it. The end.
Big social media miss. I agree.
Yeah. But again, midweek football, we're getting into some Champions League talk. Since Nick is here, we're going to start with the Italian matchup. Barcelona hosting Napoli. Oaks wearing the jacket, as we don't want to go full on Puta Barca energy, but when I looked at this line,
what we do?
Man. And with the way Napoli's been playing football and the way that Barcelona's just barely scraping out wins against Mallorca, it's just the line I'm looking at. So Napoli to advance at the moment is plus 210. It is tied 1-1 on aggregate. Going to be a big match at not the Camp Nou, whatever their busted ass B stadium is. They still haven't sold all the tickets, guys. There's still tickets available. Just saying. Smaller stadium couldn't even sell it out. Be real shame if a Frankfurt type deal happened. Bunch of Napoli fans wanted to show up. Be a real shame for Barcelona. So Napoli to advance at plus 210. I love because this has 1-1 draw energy to me. I do think that it'll go at a time. I think there's going to be penalty kicks. And I don't really know which team I'm even confident in. But I do think both will get a goal. So I'm looking for lots of shots and lots of player props here in this one. And I'm looking at the good odds on Napoli to advance because, again, I do think this will be a draw at the end of the day. Mine is just a shit ton of fouls, shots, and to score assists. But I also wrote down in my notes the corner line is only 9. I think these guys both love attacking from the blanks. And I think both of their – to be polite about it, I think there's holes in both of these defenses where they're going to be able to get behind them and get some corner kicks. So I thought that 9 was kind of low. But I'm going to pass this over to Nick, our Italian representative here. Nick, what are you feeling for this game?
Dude, so that's a really good shout. Napoli has been good for corners. They've definitely been good for corners in the Champions League over the past couple of seasons. So I'll look it up after I'm done talking. I want to see how many corners were in the last matchup, but I think 9 is definitely way too low. So that seems playable to me. I agree with you, man. Listen, I think I don't know how much of it is like hope because we all want to see Barcelona's demise or how much of it is just we're actually doing some handicapping here, and that Napoli can pull it off. I agree. This does kind of scream draw. I think the plus 280 on the draw line is worth a little bit of a play. It's actually up to plus 300 in some places. So not really a bad way to look at it.
Last match, 11 corners, just to get the stat out there.
There you go. So I think that's spot on. What's interesting with the removal of the away goals, we haven't seen any of these matches go to extra time yet. So I don't know. Like everything this week is super close, right? Either tied on aggregate or one goal. Eventually, these games are going to have to go to extra time. So could this be the match? I think it could be. Napoli double chance at even money isn't terrible. I would love to get a Napoli like +1, but I don't think the number is going to get there. Osimhen, anytime goal scorer, he scored in the last one, +210. I mean, that's just a beast of a number. I don't know that we can let that one slide. So that's kind of where I'm looking. I think this is probably a similar match to last time. I think it probably goes under 3 or 3.5. I can't talk myself off of 1-1. I think you're spot on.
Oaks, what are you feeling?
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think the Napoli double chance at even money or Asian handicap, +0.0 or 0.5, whatever you find out there, you're getting it right around +100. I've seen +105s. I've seen even +110s creep into the market now. So it sounds like Barca's taking a pretty significant amount of money here. And as you said, if the draw's up to +300, that's moved since I did my video last night at +280. I do like the both teams to score here at -135. I think you're right. I think that eventually we are going. My guy Pavlos from Greece that I've done shows with on BetUS is like, yeah, I think I'm going to round robin all 4 games to go to extras because I think we see at least one, if not maybe 2. So I see where you guys are coming from there. I like Napoli to qualify, and it's not just the Barcelona hatred. It's because this Napoli team is finally playing better and more cohesive football. You get all your guys back from international duty. You finally settled on a manager now that you're on your 3rd one of the season. You are starting to find form. And yeah, look, they played their starters all 90 minutes in a really tough game against Torino. And I don't want to shit talk other leagues, but I think people who don't watch Italian football the way we watch Italian football understand how difficult Torino is to beat. Torino is an incredibly tough defensive team whose basically their only offensive weapon is Zapata, and everything moves through Zapata. So they don't score a ton of goals, but they're one of the stingiest defenses in Italy. That's up there with Juventus and Inter. That's no joke. That is a serious badass midfield and back line that you have to get through. But we can't talk about this game without talking about Robert Lewandowski to score at +125. This is an absolutely disrespectful price on a guy who is Mr. UCL. I know he's struggled at Barcelona. I know we are anti-Barcelona here, but Lewandowski has 98 UCL goals and 136 UCL appearances. That's as a sub, as a young gun. That's coming off of injury. That's if he only played for 10, 15 minutes. He's got 98 fucking goals and 136 appearances. That's a goal in 72% of UCL appearances for his entire career. If you're not looking at him at +125, then you're not handicapping.
2 shots on target +130 as well. I think that's equally playable.
Yep.
Respectfully, fuck Lewandowski. I overlooked the fuck out of that number. A couple of numbers that did stick out to me, just like kind of random ones. Osimhen for a goal, like you said, +210. If anyone's going to do something offensively, I think it is him. Special K to score or assist, I got it +170. Again, those are the 2 guys on offense. Yep. If he isn't finishing a goal, I expect Special K to assist the goal and be a part of the link up with Osimhen. I think both of them for 2 shots on target. The Special K number was +360. Again, if something's happening offensively, it's going to be one of them. Osimhen +200 for 2 shots on target. This is do or die time. This is a knockout game, so I think they're going to be going kind of heavy for it. The other two names I have on here is Cancelo for a shot on target. Don't know if he's going to be starting, but he loves gunning down the wing, and I think there's going to be a lot of space due to Napoli also loving to gun down the wing. I think he's going to be on De Laurentiis' side. And then I have Fermin Lopez fouls and Lewandowski fouls. We will see who starts in that midfield for Barcelona, but if Lopez starts in the midfield for Barcelona, he's a fucking hack. And Lewandowski goes under the radar as a hack. His one foul is like minus 300, guys. Anytime he presses, if there is a center back that gives any sort of discomfort to him, he goes for the foul every time. He is an actual hack. If you watch enough La Liga football, you know that he is one of their leaders in fouls for Barcelona. So Lewandowski line for fouls, it's weird, but also keep it in mind they're going to be high pressing and they're going to be putting pressure on that center back duo for Napoli, and Lewandowski has no problem lunging in and taking a couple late shots. Moving on, though, unless anyone else has any other BS player props I want to throw out for this one.
Yeah, real quick. I just want to mention, don't bother like we did last week, searching for high value guys like Lenormand and Traore for corners when it comes to Napoli. Osimhen's the target man. He's so good in the air. They don't need any other defenders, or they don't need to bring in a dude who's like 6'2" or 6'3" to go up and get an aerial and help him out on corners. Osimhen is the target on set pieces there, so don't overthink that one.
All right, moving on. We got Arsenal versus Porto, second game for today. So this one, I wrote the two lines on here, and you pretty much got to pick a side. Porto +2 is at minus 170. That is a unbelievably bettable number for a team that held a clean sheet at home, and now the spread is 2. On the flip side, I could easily see Arsenal putting a bunch of goals on, an Arsenal -2, which they would need to advance, is plus 125. So pick your poison there, but I think that's what the spread should be. If you think the game's going to be tight and that Arsenal's going to need to go to added time, Porto +2 is at a great number right now. Minus 170 is a very bettable number for a 2-goal spread. And if you think Arsenal is going to go out and do Arsenal shit at home, they're going to dominate a game, you got to take a -2 because that's how many goals they need to advance. It's pretty, math, guys. Again, I'm looking at a lot of shots on target. I'm looking at to score and assist. I think a lot of the numbers on the Porto attackers are disrespectful as fuck. When I saw Evan Nilsson, who is their leading goal scorer, for a shot on target at plus 160, I think that's absolutely ridiculous. Galeno, the guy who scored the goal against them, is plus 170 for a shot on target. You can get Declan Rice at a plus sign for a shot on target. He's been getting forward, even just on crosses, on set pieces. He's been a target man in the box for them. So I think they're all fairly easy. Other than that, the numbers kind of suck for Arsenal attackers. The numbers are kind of trash. The only Arsenal attacker I'm really looking for to give me a somewhat reasonable number is probably Saka or Martinelli on there to score assists.
Martinelli's hurt.
I saw that he was still just questionable, though. Maybe Trossard plays, but his number also sucks.
Yeah.
So Saka, 2 shots on target, and he likes to do playmaker, or he's going to keep jacking, and there's no real way to tell what he's going to do. So that's kind of risky at only plus 135. I don't like any of the Arsenal attacking numbers besides Declan Rice, to be completely honest with you. And then let me give my Pepe shouts, because a lot of really smart people are parlaying Pepe 1 foul and 1 shot attempt at plus 570. Just saying, Pepe, not little Pepe up front. I'm talking OG old-ass Pepe in the back, guys. 1 foul, 1 shot, plus 570. Just for him to attempt a shot that was plus 270. So on any set pieces, if that bald ass head accidentally touches the ball and it just moves, you're getting paid. Oaks, what do you got in this one?
Well, sticking in that same vein, I did like Pepe's shot on target is the long shot for a corner target man here, because it's 10-1. And that's not even a headed shot on target. If you live in a place where they will give you headed shots on target, you're looking at probably 20-25-1. So, Pepe might have more UCL experience than this entire Arsenal starting 11, to be honest with you. I didn't bother to look into the numbers, but yeah, Pepe alone might have more minutes played in UCL than this entire Arsenal starting 11 combined. So that's what you're dealing with here, Arsenal. you're at home. Your expectations are high. You deservedly have high expectations because this team can be nasty. But you are facing a team that lives here. They live in Champions League. Last time this team was in the round of 8 was 2021. It's pretty recent, right? Like, we're in 2023, 24 now. That's only 2 years ago. Look, Porto knows what it takes to advance. I think that their to qualify here looks really good at plus 265. I think that both teams to score at plus 130 is a disrespectful number. I think it's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep a clean sheet versus Porto. Arsenal struggle a lot with mid-block teams. We saw it over the weekend when they played Brentford. Anybody who plays a 3-5-2 or a 4-3-2-1 like Porto plays, who can control the ball, keep it on the pitch, keep it rolling, just go back and look at the first game. Arsenal dominated possession. They had 62% possession. They ran up corners. They beat Porto by 9 corners. They won 14 free kicks. They didn't get a single shot on target. It's really, really, really difficult to break down this Porto midfield and back line, and these guys know what it takes to advance in Europe. It really is a different competition. When we say you're built different when it comes to European football, that's not a joke. That's not people with European trophies patting themselves on the back. That's just facts.
Now, I probably should have spoke with you guys about this before you ever invited me on in the first place, but I have to caveat everything with I'm probably 0-100 betting Portuguese teams in my lifetime. I just if I'm on them, they lose. If I'm fading them, they fucking smoke. That being said, Oaks, everything you took the words out of my mouth. What's really being underestimated here is Porto's European pedigree, right? And you mentioned round of 16. Well, round of 8, excuse me. They were in the round of 16 last year. I think they gave up 2 goals on aggregate to the Inter team that made it to the final.
Yep.
So they know how to do this. You threw out all the stats for last game. That wasn't like a mirage, right? That wasn't a weird occurrence. That's how this team played. That was their game plan. They're here to frustrate you, and I think they're going to do it again. And you mentioned the +2, man. I've thrown Porto +2.5 in 3 or 4 different parlays because I think they keep it close. I'm so with you there. I think the number on Porto cards is maybe the most bettable number of this entire Champions League round. Over 2.5 cards, it's -115. I don't see a world where they're not getting 3 yellow cards or that doesn't hit. And I think, you mentioned the corners, right? Arsenal won 10-1 last time. The corner spread is really not playable. It's -5. But to throw some sort of Arsenal corner number into a parlay, I think is probably the way to go because they will dominate possession. They will try to get their chances. But yeah, Arsenal has to prove it to us. That's just kind of where I'm at on it. For all the good things they've done in the league the past couple of years, for all the talent that they have, for all the flashy names that everybody's in love with right now, that's all well and good. Let me see you come out and score 2 or 3 goals.
I'm going to put you on the spot right now. Over under 2.5. Team total for Arsenal is set at over under 2.5. Overs +110, unders -135. Which side are you taking?
For Arsenal goals?
Yeah.
I'm going under.
Yeah.
I think 1 or 2. I definitely think they score. I can't imagine they go 2 legs without scoring, but I don't think they get to 3.
Yeah, I don't think.
Not 90 minutes.
I don't think I don't think in regulation they're blowing Porto out 3-0. No. I just don't see that happening.
Could they? Absolutely.
Sure.
But they have to prove it to me.
Right.
They don't get my money until I see it.
Agreed. Speaking, do we want to keep doing player props while we're here? Because I know you said even Nielsen, you said the shots on target. I do want to mention I go a lot more in depth on this on the video I put out. So if you guys have the time, you should check that out. Not you guys, obviously I'm here working with you, but anybody watching, please check out that video. Declan Rice has become a major player and a major part of this offense because of Martinelli's injury. So they have Jorginho playing CDM, which gives Declan Rice, he pushes him out to the left. It gives him a lot more freedom to go up and work in the offense. So like Leg was saying, he is getting up a lot more shots and he is putting in a lot more quality crosses. I think his to score assist number at plus 175 is absolutely disrespectful here. And out of all the Arsenal players, that's probably my favorite player prop target because like I can't give you Saka to score or assist at a minus number because I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals in this game. I think that I'm probably going to be with the under 2.5. But if you want to take something on Saka here, I would go with the straight assist number at plus 200 because he's going to be on corners and set pieces. And just that's, if you're going to get a goal against Porto, I think that's how you're going to have to do it. It's going to have to be greasy and it's going to have to come off of one of those corners.
Nick, any player props you want to toss out there when we have zero lineups?
No, I'm kind of with Oaks, man. I think there's nothing worth even playing here.
I still love the Evan Nilsson shot on target. I just can't get how you're going to put a top scorer on a team and just to hit a rectangle is plus 160. That seems wild to me.
It's to score assists is plus 400, dude.
Hey, man.
Firmino, who got the game-winning goal, is plus 550 to score assists. He doesn't come off
the
luck.
That was luck. All right, man. All right, anyway. Moving on. Next one we got. And I am currently in an argument about this one. Atleti versus Inter. Now, I don't know how I got into this argument because all I did was I saw a stat that said Diego Simeone has never lost a home match in the Champions League knockouts. So I quoted it and I said, well, it looks like Inter's looking to make history today. And now I'm getting Mike is giving me a rundown of how I shouldn't overlook Atleti. Look what they did to Madrid at home. At what point did I ever talk shit on Atleti at home? Like, I feel like we've been very clear about that. But all I said was Inter looking to make history, which he was like, yeah, well, what are you trying to say with that? I was like, that they're trying to win the game.
Yeah.
So, again,
I thought it was clear.
Atleti has not lost in the Champions League knockouts. Well, there's a first time for everything, isn't there, Ass? So this Inter team has just been absolutely steamrolling anyone in front of them. Legitimately, anyone in front of them has been getting steamrolled by this Inter team. Now you're going to Atleti in the Champions League at the Wanda, Diego Simeone football. Yeah, this is not going to be a pretty game. If you're going into this game hoping to see a masterclass of football, you're not. You're either going to see a Diego Simeone masterclass where they win 1-0 and Greece totally kick goal, or Morata got his big stupid fucking head on the end of a cross, or Lautaro Martinez is going to go and actually finish his chances, and Thuram's going to be hooking Martinez up for those goals. And from what I've seen from this Atleti team, Oblak is not the prime Oblak anymore. You guys have ran him into the ground with the shit defenses you put in front of him. You've got Reinildo, you've got Savic, you got Gabriel Paulista, you got Hermoso. They're all fucking hacks. I'm taking legitimately.
You didn't even throw the biggest hack in there.
Who, Witzel?
Rodrigo De Paul's fucking scumbag.
I was going for defenders there, bro. I didn't even get to the midfield yet because Coach and Rodrigo De Paul are both on my list too. Every single one of these players on Atleti, especially when they're in the Wanda and they get that extra boost of like
energy.
They're cheering for me when I kick these guys' legs out. Might as well keep doing it. Every single one of them are good for fouls. This card game is going to be heinous because that Inter midfield is going to be bossing Atleti around, and then you're going to see Koke, you're going to see Saul, you're going to see Rodrigo De Paul, Llorente, all just getting pissed off and hacking this shit out of them. They are all fucking hacks. Now, I don't really want to pick a side in this one because, Atleti double chance at home is a somewhat bettable number. The draw no bet was plus 105, and I want to really give them the benefit of the doubt. But I've also watched this Inter team just absolutely pummel fucking everyone. So if you want to back Atleti, you're getting some great safe numbers. But I don't really know how you're going to do it with how this Inter team has been playing football. For me, you could just go straight chalk and just take Lautaro Martinez win cast and feel pretty fucking confident doing it. But again, Italian, Nick, what do you got for me?
You nailed it, dude. It's Inter's game to lose. I don't care what the situation is. You put any team in front of Inter right now, they're probably going to be the favorites, maybe save for a Man City or a Real. Liverpool, I think those four teams are clear of everybody else in Europe right now. And I look at it the opposite way. I think the Inter number is like the best you're going to see it, or the best we've seen it in quite some time. Draw no bet, -130, I think is the play here. They only need a draw to get out of this. So I would gladly take that number and take a push if that's what it comes down to. You mentioned Lautaro, +200, insane number. Haven't seen that at all this season. So gotta like that for anytime goal. And if you can put together a same game parlay and your book lets you, not every book lets you do this, but like Inter double chance and under 3.5 goals is like -110. So, I mean, that's about as good as you can extract out of this game. But, you nailed it. I don't think, as dominant as Inter has been, I don't think they come in and like put up 2 or 3 goals without Atleti putting up a little bit of a fight. I think Inter would have liked to have one more goal that last leg at home, but we are where we are. They'll know what they need. And I think Atleti, for them to have any chance, they're going to need to get a first half goal. If they don't score early, that hope is just going to be absolutely drained out of them. As soon as Inter starts making subs, getting some fresh legs on there in the 60th minute or so, and they're just going to run them into the ground.
Yeah, this last game was the one where we saw the ridiculous amount of chances for Inter, and then Arnautovic finally scored when he probably should have had, a hat trick? So
he should have had 4. Yeah, he should have had 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's hope it doesn't come back and bite them, but I still think they get a goal or 2 and put this to bed.
Oaks, what you got?
I'm all over the under 2.5 here at -125. It might be the easiest bet of Champions League. This is no bullshit, guys. Like, this isn't bias. This isn't anti-Atleti shit. This isn't,
This is terrorism coming your way.
Yeah, I know. But, trust me when I say this. I'm a Spanish football fan. I know Nick's our Italian guy. I think Inter is playing probably, like he said, top 3 football in the world. I think they're the best team playing that's not named Madrid and not named City. I think that you guys really, our listeners really need to understand what it is Italian football does. And that is they are going to hold this ball in the midfield. They're going to pass you to death. And Atleti's got big boys. Don't get me wrong. Atleti's got some goons. They can fucking throw shoulders with the best of them. Not this Inter midfield, dude. This Inter midfield is full of absolute fucking monsters. We're talking, Bellerin, Mkhitaryan. These guys will put you on your fucking ass. And then
hold on, those were the 2 you picked? You didn't want to throw Kalanglu in there?
Yeah, Kalanglu from the spot, my Turkish boy. You know how I fuck with him. Dude, the both teams to score no here at -110 looks like a really good price. And Inter know how to handle their business. They got all the way to the finals last year doing what? They won 1-0 in the San Siro, and then they went on the road and they ground you out 0-0 in your building. No matter what it is you throw at them, Inter is ready for that counter punch. And that's the thing is they'll have counter opportunities here because Atleti does have to press. They are the one in need of a goal. I'm just concerned about whether or not Inter's going to be looking to finish those counter opportunities for goals, or if they are going to use that to eat up another 18 minutes of clock, dragging you all the way back to your final third, and then slowly letting work your way past the midfield line and chipping you with their midfielders. I think the draw here is a really good number. But the one guy we do have to talk about from Atleti is Morata. He is struggling with some injuries. Me and Leg always say it's not just a meme. If he doesn't have good hair, do not even think about taking Morata. If he looks disheveled and that hair's not pristine, that man's not ready to score goals. And Morata's going to frustrate the shit out of you because he misses so many big chances. In fact, me and Leg call other people of other nationalities blank Morata. So Silva over on Sociedad, he's Portuguese Morata. Lukaku, he's Belgian Morata. Dudes who just miss fucking sitters, those are blank Moratas.
Oh, I love it.
Morata does have 28 career UCL goals. He does have the pedigree, but big chances missed are his kryptonite. The fact you're getting his anytime goal at +240, it's going to suck. It's going to be frustrating to be on that and to watch him miss those big chances. But that is a big number on a dude who is going to have to be the guy to put on the backpack.
He's either going to score his first chance and then not do shit the rest of the game, or you're just going to be sweating out a Morata goal where you're like, dude, I'm pretty sure I could have scored that one. What the fuck? You're the captain of the Spanish national team? Holy shit. But
Dude, so I'm sorry. One thing, like before you go, I was having trouble finding the line, but I see it now. Federico DiMarco plus 400 anytime assist, I think, is fucking silly. He created a ton of chances in the last game. He is going to be bombing down that left wing. So everything you said, Oaks, is spot on. I think that's a pretty solid fucking number.
Pavard is the target man.
Every Wednesday you see me talk about DiMarco because now I'm just like, yo, validation. I also have DiMarco to score or assist plus 240 on my list.
Yep.
Good number.
Yeah, this is just a shit ton of player props that I wrote down, but Mkhitaryan shot on target plus 140, Morata 2 shots on target plus 250. I think that's going to be, he's going to kick them both right to the goalkeeper's hands, but he'll probably get them for you. Calhanoglu shot on target plus 110. He's also been talking mad shit about how he's the best midfielder in the world and he should be in the debate. I'm not going to really, I could name a few that I put ahead of him, but I do rate him. And if you're going to have that type of attitude, you're to score assists and your shot on target number, and you take the Pens over Lautaro Martinez, like, okay, let's have a look at that number for him as well. And then it's just a shit ton of fouls, and I wrote all the numbers down because I thought they were a little ridiculous. Gabriel Paulista, if he starts for one foul, minus 110.
Gabriel bleeds and he gets a foul.
The winner.
Rodrigo de Paul, 2 fouls, plus 115. Savic, 2 fouls. If he starts, plus 160. He subbed on and got that last time, guys. Remember when I told you he was a hack and then he got a yellow after subbing on? Because that shit's still cash.
Love it.
He got 3 fouls in the 17 minutes he played last match. Witzel, 2 fouls, plus 290. If he's playing center back, I'm not as confident, but if he's in that midfield, have fun. I know you're going to hack everybody. You're going to be winning headers and kicking ankles. Koke, 2 fouls, plus 210. Gabriel Paulista, 2 fouls, plus 490. 490. If they play 3 in the back and I see this guy at left center back or right center back, I'm going to ladder every fucking foul I can find on him. This man is a gigantic hack. Also, Reinildo, 2 foul is not a very good number, but plus 120, and he'll also do that. He'll sub on and do that shit too. He subbed on, and he only got 1 foul, but he also only played 8 minutes.
Real quick, before we move on, I want to just let everybody know, Atleti lost 2-0 to Cadiz over the weekend. You can say they rotated their lineup, blah, blah, blah.
That wasn't at home, though.
I just want to let you guys know, Cadiz has now a grand total of 17 goals on the season. 17 in the Spanish league. And Atleti gave them 2. Before that game started, they had 15 for the season. And we're on like match week, 27, 28 over there?
Oh, hold on. You want a
12%
better
of their goals.
They have a grand total of 3 wins now, and one of them was against Atleti. So
yeah, just above Almeria, who still has 0. Also,
I'm hearing that Griezmann comes back for this game.
I haven't heard anything about that. So
I looked it up for the show, and it said they're hoping / expecting him to come back for this matchup. And
if he does, great. It doesn't change my opinion on the game.
Oh no, but I will take him to score assist at plus 145.
Last thing before we move on, Pavard for Inter as a target man on corners. Shot on target, it's like plus 300. If you guys remember, Pavard was on Byron. He loves jacking for chicks. He doesn't necessarily have to do it here for Inter because everybody on Inter's midfield loves jacking for chicks, but check out the video. I go into a little bit more of a breakdown on each Inter midfielder and why I think we'll see. We didn't get them last week. I thought we'd see more midfield shots from Inter, but they were just running riot and they could get anything they wanted in the San Siro and got it all the way through. But normally this Inter midfield is always good for a jack.
All right, guys, last game. Dortmund hosting PSV. I did not even pick a fucking side. You guys know I'm a PSV guy. I fuck with PSV. That is my Dutch side that I like to watch and support. They're playing some of the best football I've seen them play over the last few years right now. But this Dortmund team in the Champions League, I've had 0 fucking read on because I watched them be heinous in the Bundesliga. And you go to a much more difficult competition, but play better. So I can't really figure it out. It's not even like they're rotating lineups. They're not. I really can't figure it out at all. So a lot of my shit is, again, just player props of players that I know are popping off right now. And it's a lot of Daniel Mallon hyping up over here. So I'm going to let you guys take it away. But Daniel Mallon. Nick, what do you got?
So I sneakily like PSV. I think they're being a little bit underestimated, a little bit underrated. What they've been doing in league play has been outstanding. Obviously they've made it this far. It's 1-1 on aggregate. This is a game where, like, I think the draw is in play. This could be one of those extra time games, right? Plus 285, I think I saw for the draw. Still the same number, so that's good. But I also think it's kind of similar. It's a little bit of an under, right? Which team's gonna blink first? Like if you looked at all 8 matchups, you'd say, all right, this is the over game, right? These are the teams that play that style. We're going to see goals. Well, no, hasn't really happened. We've seen a handful of games between the two of them to this point in the competition, and only a handful have gone over. So this was like the second half of my parlay, right? So I had that Porto plus 2.5 goals, under 4.5 goals in this game, and that came out to like minus 120. So I was like really happy with that. I don't know what to make of it from a goal scorer standpoint. I mean, De Jong got one last game, right? He's been good, but I don't know what lineups are going to look like. I don't know who's really going to show up. Dortmund at home with the experience, I think the odds are set correctly, right? Plus 115 on the money line to plus 215 for PSV. But I think this is like the likeliest upset maybe of any of the games we've talked about, considering PSV as an upset.
Yeah, I mean, look, I like PSV on the double chance / the Asian handicap plus 0.5 here at minus 130. I like both teams to score a lot, but it is super juiced. I think PSV to qualify at plus 135 is a really nice number. I know it's at home. I know Dortmund's got the yellow wall. I know how, supportive this fan base is, but Dortmund struggled at home this season, especially like considering how they normally do at home. They're only 7-2-3 in Bundesliga with a goal differential of 24 scored and 18 conceded. So they can be gotten to. So I think there is a ton of value in player props here. Like Leg was saying, like, Nicholas Fulkerg to score or assist at plus 110, I think is a disrespectful number for a dude who plays the 9, who's going to be the guy. Like mentioned, Daniel Mallon's to score or assist at plus 125. That's a must-play number. Like, I'm going to play his anytime goal again. It's plus 210 this time because they're not away, but that's still a ton of meat on the bone. Again, for
neither was he. That was his home, baby. What up?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not like a revenge game, but it's a let them know, like, hey, listen, you sold me. We made a bunch of money. I'm doing bigger and better things. I've moved on to Dortmund, and I'm here now. So yeah, I like Daniel Mallon here, but it would be a shame if we didn't spend a little bit of time talking about Marco Reus, because he's got a lot of injuries. He's very inconsistent when it comes to Bundesliga, but this is the guy you turn to in Europe when you need something. This is the guy who always shows up for Dortmund. And if Marco Reus is on the pitch, his to score or assist at plus 140 with his European pedigree is just outrageous to me. I think that's a fantastic number.
Hold on. Who are you benching to put Marco Reus in? Is it probably Sancho or Brandt?
It's probably Sancho, but again, look, I'm not the manager. I'm just saying, even if he comes on late, that's a guy to look at for some live stuff, because Marco Reus is one of those guys who, even when he's having a bad or off year, he understands and respects the pressure of the bright lights of a European night and will show out and give you that performance, because he's got that clutch shit that you can't really put into words. On the PSV side, Chucky Lozano to score or assist at plus 175. I think that's a disrespectful number. He came over he came over from Napoli. You can hear all about him in the video. Jonathan Bakayoko is a Belgian international, young blood. I love him. His to score or assist number is plus 250. And then I think we'd be doing ourselves a disservice if we're not talking about how Serginho Dest scored a goal over the weekend. He's been red hot, getting assists.
Hero.
He's a right back that presses forward and plays wing and gets a lot of dangerous crosses in. I was looking at his assist number that's about plus 800. His to score assist at plus 500. I think I'm going to take that. I can live with giving up $3 on the dollar just in case he does get the goal, because he is hot right now and he's feeling himself, and he's finally on a team where he's clicking and feels a part of the team, unlike he did at Barcelona when they shipped him out. And then, of course, you got to talk Luke De Jong. He is a legend. His 11th European or UCL season, 10th, whatever it is. To score assists is plus 125. Anytime goal score is plus 200. He's the guy. He's the guy that's going to do things here for PSV. So, yeah, I think those are all really good numbers.
I really, really, really want to take corners, but I just don't think the number's where it needs to be. Like, I just want to sit back and root for corners. This is one of those games where I really personally don't give a shit who wins. I'd like the winner better too. I want to root for corners, but over 9.5, I think is too many. If it was 8.5, I'd jump over it.
Oh, I don't know. I still might. I would rather have Malik Tillman and over Lozano. I know you love Lozano. I would just much rather watch. I think Malik Tillman just plays. The word that I use for it is silkier. There's probably a better manager word, like better composure or tactics, but I call it silkiness. So I don't know how to explain it, but that's how I feel. I agree with everything Oaks is saying. I will say it seems like there's like a forgotten winger on each side of the field here, because I'm getting an Adeyemi shot on target at like minus 120, which if you watch him play, that's kind of an absurd number to put at. Bakayoko shot on target is even money, and he's going to be going against what's his face, the loanee from England, Ian Matsinson or whatever, who doesn't really have that much experience. Definitely not in the Champions League knockouts. And then I'm looking at just set piece, just beacons. Hummel shot on target plus 360. Schlotterbeck got a red card, so he's not going to be starting. Sule shot on target at plus 430. If you really want to get juicy and make it a header, those are who they're going to be trying to pick out. Holler's out injured. Fulkrug, no offense to him. I love.
What about Khan, who's also like
Khan? I have him for 2 fouls. Don't worry.
I was going to say that's a player that's going to do something in this game.
Yeah.
He's going to remind people that he exists.
Yeah, take him for a shot outside the box and a yellow card. But if I'm looking for just set piece beacons, it's going to be Hummels and Sule. And then I have Adeyemi to score assists. Obviously, I don't know if he's going to play, but it seems like he's going to be able to take advantage of one of the fullbacks when everyone's kind of looking at Daniel Mallon, who's red hot right now. Also, Daniel Mallon's a man. Don't know if I said that.
Yeah, if you don't like Dest to score or assist at plus 500, him just to hit the rectangle is plus 490. Just saying.
I got that at plus 500 too, is Dest shot on target. I put that in immediately. I don't know if you guys saw him just absolutely walk into the fucking 18-yard box and bomb one in the top right corner last match, but I did, and I think that talk for him. No offense again to Dortmund. Dortmund in the Champions League has been a completely different beast, and I can't really get a good read on them. Yeah. So that's why I'm just sticking to rooting for guys that I like, and it'll make me actually enjoy watching the game rather than being like, how the fuck did Dortmund score 3 goals already? Where was this on Saturday, you dickheads? So the UCL guy wheel hit last week. Now, some of you are haters, and they'll be like, well, Kevin De Bruyne didn't even play. Yeah, so it was avoided and fucking hit. What's good? What did I lie? Hit. So Oaks, Nick, they're going to be leading us off again. Keep the win streak going.
Yeah, let Nick go first too. Let's keep it the same order. Let's cook it up.
If you haven't been here with us before, what we have listed on the wheel, you have German Bull. If it lands on German Bull, you'll pick somebody German who's going to score. Miscellaneous, you pick anyone that isn't on the list. We have French guy, English dude, Portuguese guy, Spanish man, and Italian gentleman was added. What it lands on, you pick a goal scorer. Welcome to the guy wheel. Nick, you're first. And wait for the banger. This is probably the toughest one, and I feel bad that I left it on there.
Just somebody check me real quick. Evan Nielsen is Portuguese or Brazilian?
No, he's Brazilian.
Fuck.
Yeah. That
man.
Off.
All right, we're going to have to go with the super duper long shot. Gets his 4th goal in the Champions League this year, coming off of his hat trick against Inter, is going to break hearts. He's 75 years old. Big Pepe in the back.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I'm still on Pepe's shot, by the way. I put that one in too. I was like, I don't even know if he's starting, but plus 270 just to hit it towards a rectangle.
Goal header off of a corner.
Yep.
Look it.
And then a red card. Yeah, okay. So
for snapping someone's leg in half, for being like, you thought you were through already?
Hand up. Probably shouldn't have left Portuguese guy on there. So the parlay is gonna be juicy this week. Oaks, here we go. I don't know why, but I just had a feeling that Oaks was gonna get English, dude.
English dude.
We got a couple options here between, like, I don't know what, Saka, Sancho, Declan Rice. I think that might be it. Unless you want to go Ben White. My man been jacking for chicks. Oh, wait, we do to score or assist, don't we? No, wait, it's to score or assist for Champions League.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, you're still on Pepe, but.
Yeah. I don't think he's getting an assist, but that's fine.
Yeah, no. Probably not.
Else is gonna score.
You were like trying to make me feel a little better.
Hey, man,
yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with Saka here.
Kind of have to.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Saka here. No. Fuck that. That's too well, we have Pepe in there. I'm going with Rice. I'm going with Declan Rice.
Woo! Put together the plus 4,000 parlay of goal scorers here.
Oh, man. That means I'm going to get stuck with Italian, and I'm going to probably end up taking a midfielder, too, just to say fuck it. All right, let's see what happens.
Did you take Brazilian off and put Portuguese on? Then
oh, Morocco, here he comes.
Nope. Did I take Brazilian off? Yes, I definitely did that.
You took Brazilian off and put Portuguese on.
No, I left Portuguese on, and I accidentally took off Brazilian.
Okay.
I don't know. Whenever I open the wheel, because it's also it's international dash the guy wheel.
Yeah, for sure.
So it just has a Champions League trophy in the middle of it now. I really did get Italian. That kind of sucks. Who are the Italians that are playing? Because I really don't want to have to take Barella or Jorginho.
No, dude. DeMarco's the guy if you're counting assists, I would say.
Politano?
You can no, fuck no. You can go with Raspadori, I think, maybe over him.
No, I wouldn't do that.
You could go with Politano, I guess.
I might go. I feel like I got to go DeMarco or I got to go Barella.
I like DeMarco.
Too. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to go DeMarco. I could go Darmian, too. He's been kind of cooking. Nah, we're going to go DeMarco. All right, DeMarco it is. Wow, this parlay is going to be sexy as hell. And it's just so obscure that I know I'm still going to bet it. And it's going to hit, guys.
Yeah, I'd keep it to a cup of coffee, though. Like, since we have Pepe in there.
I'm gonna even out my purse with it. So like if I'm at like $132, I'm gonna put the $2 on it. But yeah, it's gonna look sexy in there though, guys.
Man,
thanks. Guy will bless us last week just to fuck us this week.
That's true. This was due.
Well, you know what? I'll give credit. We're still playing Pepe. But I'm going to give credit to Nick because I am playing Even Nielsen today.
Yeah, do you want to do Portuguese dash Brazil is what Nick actually spun?
Yeah, so we'll give you credit if Even Nielsen does it to score or assist in the parlay as well.
I appreciate it.
You know what's also hilarious is that it's like you're giving him a whole extra person and still it's like, that game was 1-0 last week or whatever, last match.
But yeah, if anybody's going to do it, I do think it is going to be Even Nielsen or Ganello because Porto's super underrated here, guys. You're all sleeping on Porto.
All right, so I'm looking at this. Is Pepe plus 2,000 to score? Is that the right number?
That's probably that's got to be it.
We just do a shot on target instead.
So,
yeah, shot on target's 10-1.
Oh man, it won't even. Because it would be a same game parlay for this. Hold on. I'm trying to see what this pays.
All right, let me try.
So you couldn't put Even Nielsen in there together with it, but you could do Pepe, Rice, and DeMarco.
Let's see.
Let me see. Are you doing to score or assist?
I was just doing the score, but if we could do it, let's see.
They probably won't have to score or assist for Pepe. Let's be honest. When's the last time
Dude,
he
fucking
registered an
haters.
assist?
God, all these haters out there hating on my man Pepe. You got
Yeah,
more
I'm not
than-
hating. I know what he does.
All right. You
Oh,
said Rice?
Yeah, I took
Yeah.
Rice.
Oh yeah. We're fucking cooking now, boys.
Rice.
All right. So that same game parlay of those two guys plus DeMarco to score is plus 49,600.
I mean, listen, dude, if you buy a Powerball ticket, this is the same thing,
This is
except
it.
for we know what we're talking about.
Throw a little fiver.
Yeah, that
It
looks
doesn't
good.
even have to be a full $5, dude. You can put $2 on that and still be rich.
That's just always a good way to end the show. Just give somebody the most bullshit fucking parlay possible. It's like, guys, do you want to become fucking millionaires or not? Just throw a bag on this. Send me 10%.
Come on, dude. We got 3 right backs getting goals today. Just round
Whoa.
robin them shit.
DeMarco's a left back.
Fact.
But all right, that's all I got for you guys. Again, no lineups. Games are at 4:00 starting today. Well, for me, I'm on the East Coast.
Yes, sir.
Also, shout out farmers for making us still do daylight savings, which I'm starting to not understand more and more. What do you need that much light for, guys?
What's the difference if the light's early in the morning or later at night? Isn't it the same light?
You ever work construction and have somebody call and be like, "Oh, you're being so loud. It's dark out. It's 7 in the morning."
Yeah, actually. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
early.
So that's
Anyway.
why.
Anyway, no lineups, guys. Pretty early. Games are at 4 for us if you're on the East Coast. Do the math otherwise, because I don't know how. Follow us at 2FootTalk, a little closer to game time to get the lineups and get more of our player props directly from us. You can scroll right down in the description. Bang, Young Leg. Bang, 2FootTalk. Bang, BurrOaks. Bang, Nick. Perfect. Scroll down, click it. You got us. You can check Oaks out. He got his video out. We retweeted that at 2FootTalk as well. If you want a little bit more in-depth with Oaks on the UCL. Nick, Kicks and Picks podcast and all that jazz. You can follow Nick, get all of his information there. Nick, thank you for joining us once again.
I appreciate it, guys. A lot of fun as always. Let's fucking keep up the momentum, make some money.
Yes, sir.
FanDuel some hoes.
Facts.
Well, you know what? That is facts. Yeah, that's facts. Oaks, what other plugs did I miss? Are we good?
BetUS Thursdays, 3 p.m. live. Yeah, otherwise follow me on Land Your Bets Network over on YouTube. Me and my boy Josh. Josh is an NBA guy, but I've been doing college basketball for his channel. That's also where I've been publishing my UCL stuff, as well as stuff on my own YouTube. Today, right after this, actually, I'm going to start working and recording on a futures video for college basketball. We have the conference tournaments coming up. So I am covering long shot futures plays on the AAC,
Love.
Big East, Big 10, Mountain West, Pac-12, and SEC today. So,
sir, I did not hear the MAC.
I'm sorry. Does the MAC start? I didn't.
First round today.
Oh no! See, this is the video for tomorrow. So, like all the first round stuff today. I'm an NIU alumni. I live like 4 blocks off of Western's campus. So, like, you're talking to the MAC expert here, bro. Like, I go watch MAC hockey. I go watch MAC basketball. I go watch MAC football because it's like 2 miles from me and I can walk there.
Love it.
Yeah, I'll be back here tomorrow night, 7:30, 2FootTalk. Same spot, same people, minus Nick. Nick's a chump and does like his own show on Wednesday, so that's like fucking
sorry.
But yeah, Nick, thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it, boys.
It's what you're hearing.
We're 2FootTalk and Nick.
We out.
Out.